Guys, we have Itzel in the house, and she is wonderful client of ours and very beautiful, as you could see. And she been working with
Yeah.
us for last, I think, 2, 3 months, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was able to scale her credit repair from zero to $10,000 a month. So this
Correct.
month, this is literally like 26th of June right now. 25 for you and 26 for me, by the way. So she's almost at like 11 or $12,000 in a month. How much do you charge right now itself?
The price does vary per client since each client, obviously their file is different, but it kind of varies from, I think the lowest 1,500 to the highest 2,500. That's kind of like on an average.
Makes sense. And like, what if somebody can't afford it in that case?
If they can't afford it, well, sometimes I do have like sales. Like for example, right now I do have a sale, kind of did it for a week for 1,000, and then I
Hmm.
do reach out to those that weren't able to afford it and kind of see if they want to get started or something. But if there's some cases that they have like, for example, 10 to 20 accounts and it's just a really long process with them
Yeah.
and they can't afford the 2,500, I will kind of navigate it to lower the price just to help them out and see how I can help them as well.
Yeah. So usually, like, just in case if somebody can't afford it, in that case, you're basically giving them a payment plan, kind of.
Yeah, I'll
So,
offer them a payment plan as well.
yeah, makes sense. Do you remember how much you're spending right now in ad spend?
I think you said 2,200
Mm,
for this month of June
that's
or
yeah, kind of technically, but all in all, like $50 to $70 a day in ad spend. Initial beginning, if you remember, we started at 50. Okay.
Mhm.
Then we slowly and steadily gradually went up to like 100,
Oh
basically.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And have you seen any increase in the amount of leads that you're getting by us upping the ad spend? Like, basically going from spending like maybe $50 a day in ad spend to like $100 a day.
I definitely did see a change when I started with you guys because in the past it was mostly kind of like people that were referring to me or people that I was reaching out to because I would reach out to like realtors or
Yeah.
um, just people that would kind of need it, like people from dealerships. But mostly when I started with you guys, I was getting a lot of customers on social media, which were just
Yeah.
reaching out to me from the ads basically. So I
Yeah.
did see a big difference, obviously, from
Yeah.
pretty much just getting referrals, obviously just getting people from the ads, which
Yep.
was really good, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you remember how you found us?
I found you guys through Rob. Yeah.
Okay. Rob the Great Guy.
Yeah, through you guys had done a no, I think he posted it on his story and he kind of gave me the confidence to start with you guys and then from you guys I started with him. So
Mm,
I just went like back.
that makes sense. And what made you start your own credit repair business in the first place back then?
Back then I started because I think like a lot of people, I didn't have any credit.
Yeah.
And I did go with somebody that to fix my credit, and unfortunately, they didn't fix it. And I kind of doubting whether to if it was real or not. So that
Yeah.
was something that I kind of figured out on my own. Is it real or not? So I started fixing my own, and that's how it pretty much all started.
That makes
I
sense.
basically saw that it was something that worked, and I mean, I wanted to help other people as well. And it
Yep.
wasn't that serious until like I'd say a year ago that I started kind of like pushing it on me
Forward.
helping other people.
Yeah. And how's your experience been so far working with us?
My experience has been very great. I would recommend you guys. I really, really like your guys' ads and everything.
Thank you. Yeah, but hopefully we've been communicating with you every single day, including weekends.
I know.
Yeah. So how many like client acquisition channels do you have right now? Like, are you just doing paid ads and like, are you also doing like anything organic so far?
I just started. I'm pretty much just doing the paid ads, but I'm pretty much just posting on social media, which I try to post every time I can. I do post a lot on my stories.
Yeah.
Like I post every day, at least every day, something about credit on my
Yep.
like business. And I've been trying to post on TikTok and like Facebook on my personal ones as well. And I noticed that on TikTok for organic, I've been getting a lot of leads through TikTok
Yeah.
as well.
Based on your experience, do you think a static flyer for running as an ad really works out well, or is it the video ad? What do you think?
From my personal, what I see from other people, I think the videos definitely work better because even when I'm looking at somebody else's post, for example, even if it's not credit repair, if I see
Yeah.
that they're talking in a video or showing results, I do think it's definitely better than rather when I see a flyer and just kind of says what they do.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, to each their own.
Yeah, like usually I maybe like it's 40/60, where 40% of the time like static fly really works out well compared to video, like 60% time like video works really well. Uh
No, I do see some people message me from the flyers that we have, so I
yeah,
do think they work. Just think it kind of depends who's watching it.
yeah, yep. Uh,
Yeah.
What's your sales process like right now? Like let's say for an example, like somebody saw your ad, okay, they basically reached out to you directly in your DMs, and what happens after that?
I pretty much try to get them on the phone call and I'll talk to them about how the process works. I'll get them started with a monitoring app, whether it's Identity IQ or Smart Credit. And we'll basically go over through their credit reports and talk about the negative items that we have on there. We'll talk about the process, time frame, and a quote. We'll answer any questions that they have, and pretty much that's it. Pretty simple.
Yeah. Like, do you have like a couple of questions asking them? Like, let's say for an example, most of our clients, what they're doing is they ask like, "Hey, John, what's going on with your credit? And then how many collections charge off do you have on your credit report?" And then they basically try to get them on the phone. Or is it for you mostly like, just get them on the phone like straight away?
I do ask them, I just send them a simple message like, "Hi, how's it going? Thank you for reaching out." And then I'll ask them what's going on with their credit and if we can get on a phone
Hmm.
consultation right away if we can. If not, I'll schedule it for whenever they can. But usually I just try to get them on the
Right
call.
away. Yeah. If you see like, usually it's way better to get them on the phone ASAP. That basically increases your conversion rate compared to just trying to schedule a call. Because what if you schedule an appointment with them and what if they don't show up?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. And
So I,
ho-
I do schedule them right away unless they, for some reason for work, they can't. I'll just kind of work with them in their schedule and we'll just schedule it for a different day. And then a couple of days, I think that day prior, I'll ask them if we're still for that same day. And if
yeah,
they say yeah, then we get on the call.
yep, that makes sense. Why do you think most credit repair businesses are not succeeding?
Um, I think mostly because they give up after the first couple of months. I don't think credit repairs, obviously, it takes time to build pretty much the whole company. People need to know you, people need to know what you do and see the actual results. So it's not an overnight process when
Yeah,
you start. So definitely it might be that they just give up too soon.
yeah. And I also think at the same time, like, most people are really scared to spend money on marketing, at least with the ad spend specific, because obviously with us, like, we are very affordable. But even with the ad spend, like, if you see, like, right from the beginning when we started, we always told you, like, just spend more money on ads, more money on ads. And next thing you know, like, you literally started spending like $100 a day, like technically 80 to $100 a day. Uh, and you started seeing like, humongous amount of like lead volume and all that. Like literally, if you spend like 80 to $100, it might get you like bare minimum 10 to 15 inquiries reaching out. So if you already have like, that kind of lead volume, you are technically busy all the time, at least for the whole day, right? What's your take?
No, yeah, I definitely think the more you spend on the ads, the more volume of clients and leads that you're going to be getting. And I think that's something because I would do my research a lot on YouTube of people that would use ads, and that would be one thing that they would say, kind of like spend more on ads for you to
Yeah.
start getting leads. So I think that's why I wasn't really scared on how much we were going to
Yep.
spend, but it was something that was definitely new to me about using ads because I was promoting before, like just straight on Instagram. So
Yep.
it is a little different.
Yeah. And when it comes to client getting like client results, like are you outsourcing that or like do you currently have in-house? so far?
Currently, I'm just posting the results that I get for their credit scores, but I am going to be implementing now, kind of like getting their reactions, or I have been asking them if they're purchasing a home or credit cards or anything like that to just send me a picture just so I can start posting that because I definitely do think that I see other people that do credit repair, it does work for them. And
Hmm.
I like to see the results, so I'm pretty sure people would like to see me sharing that as well.
Yep, makes sense.
Because I think sorry.
Yeah, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, I think one thing about it is you sharing what you can do and then them actually sharing what they got from it. So,
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. What's your conversion ratio like right now? Do you track it?
no, I don't.
So like on an average, do you think it might be like 20-30% around?
I think so.
I think it's more. I think it's more. But like on an
I
average, I feel
actually haven't
30.
tracked, I don't really track anything yet, but I am gonna start. Yeah.
Yeah, we have literally crossed 0 to 1. Now it's time for us to go from like 1 to 10 after this. After 10,000, like, the real fun would definitely begin now.
No, definitely. I do think that the first 10,000 are the hardest ones, and then
Yeah.
after that, they're just coming in and
Yep. Yeah.
pulling
After
on
that.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like a snowball effect after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very difficult in the beginning. Yeah, also like, we whenever we usually do like any client interview on how somebody went from A to Z, we also try to see like, if they could also share their like sales call kind of role play with us. So if you are comfortable, we could do like a quick sales role play where like, I'll basically act as a client and you could act as a itself. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's say I reached out to you, okay, and we had a communication, like a couple of communication, and you basically called me. Then what's gonna happen next?
So pretty much once I get your phone number, I'll get you on the call and I'll pretty much just ask you, I'll tell you, hi, this is Itzel. Tell me what's going on with your credit, and they'll pretty much explain to
Yeah,
me what's going on. I will ask them what's the reason that they want to fix their credit score, what's their motivation, and basically how soon they want to start. And most of them want to start right away, so
yeah,
which is a good thing. And then I do explain them that the reason why I want to get them on a phone call it's because I think this is something that I didn't know before I started with you guys because I wouldn't do it. But after talking to all of them, they kind of told me that other credit repair companies, they don't offer phone consultations. So that the fact that I would get on a phone call with them, it was really kind of like important to them because they know
yep,
exactly what's going on. And it doesn't just seem like you want to, you know what, give me your money and buy. So
yeah,
So they most of the time I would tell them, this is the reason why I want to do the phone call so we could go into a little bit more depth of what's
yeah,
going on with credit and we can talk about it. You can ask any questions that you have and pretty much feel free to ask me anything. I'm not going to judge you. If anything, we're going to go straight into it and help you out as soon as possible. We'll go over through the whole credit report. We'll answer any questions that they have. And at the end, most of them, they want to get started, and then if they can afford it, they'll pay it right away. And if not, we'll schedule a payment plan for them to start.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I think it's just
Yeah,
pretty straightforward. Um,
yeah. And
doesn't order.
yeah, where did you learn sales from? Like, is it just Rob?
Yeah, just Rob. I
That's good.
did work when I was younger, I would work talking to people, but it wasn't really like once I started with credit repair and when I started with Rob, I got more confident
Yep.
to talk to others. I mean, I've never really been intimidated to talk to people. I think it's just kind of there's certain obstacles that
Yeah.
you go through, and he helped me out a lot with those
Yeah.
obstacles.
Objections, I would say.
Yeah, objections.
Yeah,
Correct.
I need to talk to my wife and I can't afford it. Can I
Yeah.
think about this? What exactly do you need to think about? Right. So, like
Yeah.
those kind of objections. Last thing,
Oh yeah, definitely.
yep. Last question. What would you say to someone who is on the fence to work with us?
I would definitely tell them to start. I
Okay.
think me too. When I started, I was a little, I didn't know because on social media anything can happen.
Yeah.
But I was looking at your guys' results, and when you show results, that's all you can pretty much say. It kind of says it for itself. So I think that's what kind of pushed me into doing it. I was like, if I don't do it, you're never gonna do it. So
Yeah.
I mean, nothing to be scared of, or there's nothing for you to lose but money. But I mean, money comes back. So
Yeah. Like think about this way. Like even let's say like you're technically investing right from the beginning when you started, maybe like $1,200 to like $1,500 a month, and you're bringing in minimum like 6 to 7 grand. And after you bump the ad spend, we are at like 1,800 to 2,000. Then you are at like 10,000. Then it's mostly like there is no way you could literally get this kind of a return on your investment from any other source. Like could be the stock market or anything, until and unless you just have a proven strategy in place. Then I mean it's deal done. Like, and you can literally scale it to moon for the most part.
no, yeah, everything takes in place altogether.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we are done. I really appreciate you hopping on this call to do a quick interview. Hopefully next time in couple of months we'll do like how itself went from technically 3,000 to 25,000, 30,000, 50,000, and 60,000, so on and so forth. Soon. Yep.
Definitely, we will.
Yeah, yeah. And guys, if you are interested in getting more leads, or if you want to scale your business by getting more clients, you can go ahead and schedule a free consultation call with me. And yeah, thank you. I'll see you soon. Thank you.